Space Marine 2 is everything that I wanted it to be. I have been playing this game for, well, essentially straight since just before my birthday. It was a present from my partner. I've been super excited to play it. You guys will know I made a video looking at the footage that we got before the game released about a year ago now. It's absolutely incredible. For old and new Warhammer fans alike, people who know the universe and love 40k in general anyway, will really enjoy the game. There's a lot of like lore, a lot of little bits and bobs that like a new fan maybe won't understand straight away, but for people who know the universe will be like, oh my god, look, it's X, Y, and Z. Recently finished the campaign, hence why the footage is towards the end of the game. Obviously spoilers in this video if you haven't played the game yet or something like that. I would recommend you just don't watch the video at all. Only a quick one today, guys. There's a lot that I want to talk about in a short space of time, and I'm very busy, but I wanted to get a video out. Also, just disclaimer, apologies for the fact there was no video last week. It was my birthday on Wednesday, and we had plans for the weekend. We went out for the weekend, essentially, with two friends at a B&B. Had a really good time. It just meant that I didn't have time to get a video done because I'm celebrating my birthday, X, Y, and Z. But I'm back now as normal, business as usual. So, Space Marine 2, I'm going to kind of talk about it in 3 sections. I'm not going to cut the video up into chapters because, again, I'm very busy today. Essentially, we'll start with the story because that's what's going on right now. Really good campaign, really fun gameplay overall. The gunplay feels good, it feels heavy, which I like. The melee is quite fun as well. The story itself is decent. It's not the best story in the world. You know, the ending for me personally left a little bit more to be desired. It wasn't bad by any means, but it did leave a little bit to be desired from me personally. But nonetheless, it was a satisfying story from start to finish. It was really fun to play as Titus again, and obviously fight alongside Chiron and Gadriel under Captain Acheron. And obviously, as you can see in the footage that's been playing at the moment, obviously Calgar does eventually show up, which is a huge deal. Very cool for people who know the lore of 40k. For people who don't know it so much, they'll know that he's someone important. But obviously then you can start reading about Marneus Calgar, the Ultramarines, their Primarch Guilliman, etc, etc. But a really good campaign, thoroughly enjoyed. Played it alongside Alex, my partner, who bought the game for me. And she thoroughly enjoyed it as well, and she's never even been into Warhammer before this. She's helped me with a couple of my miniatures every now and then, just as something to do. But she played the game alongside me, and she thoroughly enjoyed it as well. We finished it last night, and she generally, she sounded like she kind of sat back and was like, oh, that was a really good game. And she's even bought her first box of her own minis, which I'm currently looking at. She's got a box of Hormagaunts that are currently sat in front of me on my desk. That she's built. They just need a bit of tidying, which she's going to do when she gets a chance. But, you know, it's really cool that she wasn't really into Warhammer kind of before this properly. I know she's played the game and she's like really enjoying it. She really enjoyed the campaign. You know, there are a couple of bits and bobs that she we basically explained. But she did a lot of reading in her own time, kind of trying to find out the main bits of any stuff she thought she needed to know. Her first question was hilariously, you know, like, where does she start? To which there isn't really a beginning point because there's just so much. But, you know, it's really nice that someone who, like myself, who likes Warhammer really enjoyed it, but then to see someone who's a newcomer to the universe also enjoy it as well, I think speaks volumes that you don't need to know necessarily the lore in depth. You just need to know you are Space Marine, you are killing aliens bad, you good, end of story. It's not that black and white in universe, but for the sake of a video game, it works. And again, it was really fun. Some moments were just pure spectacle, as you'll see later on in some of the footage. You know, dreadnoughts, helldrakes, demons. You know, pure spectacle at some points, and it's just jaw-dropping. Like, some of the visuals in this game are absolutely like mind-bogglingly good, and some of the cutscenes and things just look incredible. And the scale as well, like, you know, swarms of Tyranids, which is exactly how they're used on the tabletop as well. Obviously, the whole point is overwhelmed with sheer force of number, is displayed really cool in game. You know, seeing swarms and swarms of them coming at you, and the different enemy types such as Lictors, Raveners, obviously Carnifex, Neurothrops and Zoanthropes. Hoping they're going to add more in the future. You know, it'd be really cool to see some of the other ones like Trigons, Psychophages, maybe a known emissary. Obviously, they have got a roadmap, and they are going to be adding new enemies and new weapons as they go. But no, I really hope that we get some of the enemy types as well from the tabletop. Maybe some of the less known ones, like a Trigon would be really cool to fight. You know, a Psychophage, like that model is really, really cool as well. So it'd be really cool to kind of have some of these. You know, you've got that Hive Tyrant that's in one of the missions. Having maybe a Winged Hive Tyrant later on, that would be even cooler. Things like that. You know, adding more and more of the factions essentially. Obviously, those that have played the story know that there is a Necron Tomb World on Demirium. Could be really cool to see if Necrons come to the game in future. Now, they haven't said that they are going to do that from what I know. At the moment, it is just focused on Nids and Chaos, specifically the Thousand Suns. But it would be really, really cool if the Necrons kind of started making an appearance and we started getting operations on Demirium for them. Moving on, I guess, into operations themselves. The game launched with 6. We now have 7. They've added a new one. I've played the first 6. Haven't played the newest one. All really good. I've played Inferno about 20 times already. Very, very enjoyable. They do get a little bit repetitive, but we experimented with the difficulty yesterday. We went from minimal on Inferno to moderate, just to see how much of a difference it made. And it made a huge difference. Even though it's the same mission, obviously elements of the missions are randomized. So for example, there's a crane that you're loading explosives with. The crane can randomly break. You can end up defending 2 generators, you could end up defending 3, you could end up defending all 4. It's completely random every time you play, and with moderate difficulty, it just spawns in mini-bosses as you play. So the highest it normally went would be Extremis. This went to Terminus, which is the highest level, I believe. So we had I believe it was a Venom Throat, I think, spawn in. Not fun. Hard boss, especially because we weren't really prepped for it. We were just playing about to see what difference it made. It makes a massive difference in terms of difficulty. Like, it scales up really quickly. Not that that's a bad thing, because the game does have recommended levels. I wasn't the recommended level, Alex was, and we struggled. We pulled it off, but we struggled. Which is a good thing, because that means there's like another 3 difficulties. So if moderate's that hard now, then obviously I'm assuming the swarms, when it comes to things like Ruthless, are going to be absolutely insane. Which is just, the more the merrier. It just makes for more cool action set pieces and more fun combat. Customization is quite fun. You do unlock it a little bit slow, and at the moment I've seen some really cool Marines online on Reddit and things like that, but on my game personally it doesn't seem like there's a lot of options. So whether you kind of unlock more that kind of show up as you go, and I just can't see them at the moment, I don't quite know how it works. I am hoping they add future, like, more customization as they go, because obviously being able to have loads and loads of customization would be really, really cool. Obviously you've got the main legions / chapters. You've got things like obviously the Ultramarines, the Dark Angels, the Blood Angels, blah blah blah. You've got a couple of then second founding, so Black Templars are a good example, Carcharodons, which are believed to be a second founding of Salamanders. They are in the game. And then there are some unknown foundings as well, like the Exorcists, the Minotaurs. But other than that, there's not every single chapter in the game. Now, obviously, I understand they probably can't do that because there's like 4,000 chapters. But at the same time, it would be nice to have kind of every chapter symbol in the game, or at least more than what we have now. I assume they're going to be adding that content as they go, because again, we've got like a massive like roadmap that they're going to be following. So I assume that they're going to be adding content as they go, and I'm absolutely fine with that. That's perfect for me. But Operations are really, really fun PvE mode, just more of the campaign, but obviously with your own customizable Space Marines. Really cool that the operations coincide with the campaign, so you get to see what the secondary squad was doing while you were playing the story, and it's really cool to see it from the other perspective, which is a nice touch that it kind of ties into the main story as well. So it keeps everything connected in a nice bubble, which is really, really cool. Moving on. The only other thing I really want to talk about in this video is the PvP. Now, this is the only part of Space Marine 2 at the moment that I haven't had the best experience with. Granted, it is a very minimal experience of 2 games. I gave it a whirl last night. I actually tried it less than 12 hours ago now, I believe. And I gave it a whirl last night. I thought, you know what, Arx is coming off. I'm not quite tired enough yet to come off. I'll give PvP a whirl, see how that goes. My first game both games I played as a sniper. Both games I was Chaos, so I played as Alpha Legion sniper. Very cool. Like, the Chaos Marines look amazing. But the first game I got 2 kills and we got absolutely shat on. We did absolutely terribly. And the second game I came top of my team with 10 kills and we still lost. So it's kind of fun, but it also kind of feels unfair. As far as I'm aware, there is no skill-based matchmaking, and obviously I've been told by a friend that it is a massive learning curve. You have got to get used to it, because the PvP is a massive jump from the PvE experience. It's completely different. Melee combat is still there. Granted, I was parrying, and I don't know if it actually works, or if it doesn't. I don't quite know how it works yet. All I do know is it wasn't the greatest experience. I am willing to keep playing it, especially if Alex and my other friends are going to be willing to jump on with me, because we can obviously squad up, and that should make it a bit more bearable. I've had a little read online. People have told me to just give it a chance, you know, learn it a little bit more, and to play it more slower paced. Apparently you can't just be running around just winging it, because you are going to die. And it's better to stick as a group as well, from what I've read. Now, whether that's true or not, I don't know, because I haven't tried it yet. But the PvP for myself personally so far leaves a little bit to be desired. Also, the customization of the Chaos Space Marines is a little bit lackluster. You can only really change their colours, you can't change the armour. Now, apparently this is due to lore reasons, because obviously the Chaos Marines, well, they wouldn't have had, I don't think they would have had many new armaments since the Heresy, because obviously they've been stranded in the warp, or they're just avoiding the Imperium. But some other people have said that on the tabletop, the Chaos Marines get like a lot of customization options, so it doesn't make sense why in-game we can't customize them. Honestly, it's a video game. I know the Games Workshop obviously will only let Saber do so much. They even got shouted at for getting, I believe it was ankle armor wrong on the Marines at one point. That's how strict Games Workshop are with this you know, game. But having more customization options for Chaos would be nice, like rather than only changing the colours, because it's a little bit lackluster, and they look so cool as well. Like, just give me more coolness. Like, they just look sick, but I want more options to customize my Chaos Space Marines, because they're really cool. You know, I know, like, it's nice to customize my Ultramarine and things like that, but I want to customize my Chaos Marines so that when I'm playing Chaos, I look how I want to look, instead of just, yeah, I can change the colour, but I can't change the armour. Again, it's kind of down to Games Workshop, because obviously it's up to them kind of what Saber can get away with and what they can't. So obviously, again, it's not completely on them, because if you've read about the game's development, Games Workshop were kind of strict, because obviously it's their baby, it's Warhammer, they're not going to fuck about with it, are they? But the PvP left a little bit to be desired. I'm willing to give it another go, and maybe I'll give a quick update in a future video, or just chuck a comment thing on my channel, just to be like, do you know what, it is actually not that bad, or do you know what, I'm not keen at all. But I'm willing to give it another go. Other miscellaneous things, I guess, the music in the game, incredible. The gameplay, as I've said, is incredible. Customization is really, really good, and I'm hoping we're going to get more of it. The voice acting is really, really good. The characters are really well written. Honestly, there's not a lot more that I really want to say, but I think that'll do it from me. But overall, Space Marine 2, really fun game, thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm going to be playing more of it today now after I make this video, once I've done all my chores, because I'm currently turning the house upside down to clean it. But I'm going to be playing more of it this evening, and maybe I'll give PvP another whirl then and see how it goes, and if it is improving, then obviously by all means I'll leave a comment on this video when it goes live and let you guys know. If I don't play it, then obviously I won't, and we'll just have to see how it goes. But I hope you enjoyed the video. A little bit of a less heavily edited one, this one, because I'm just super busy today, but I really wanted to get the video recorded, so I knew I had it ready for Friday. Again, apologies for no video last week. It was just because it was my birthday weekend. I just didn't have time to record anything, unfortunately. But I'm back in the swing of things now as normal. Not really sure what's going to be going up next week. I have no idea. I haven't planned that far ahead. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you are playing Space Marine 2, then I really hope you're having a good time. If you're looking to buy or play Space Marine 2, highly recommend. It is a really fun game. Even if you're a newcomer to 40k and you've never ever played it at all, but you think, you know what, that looks kind of cool, honestly, just give it a go. It's really fun. It's just really, really fun. But that'll do it for me, guys. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, then you know the usual. Please leave a like, subscribe if you're new. I try to get a video up once every week on a Friday, 5 o'clock UK time. Other than that, I'm going to dip, because I need to now go and clean the bathroom. Fun, being an adult sucks. But much love, take care, guys, and have a happy gaming day. And I will see you all in the next video. Take care.